Hey y'all.
Welcome back to my channel. I said hey. Hey.
Welcome back to my channel.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Jasmine W. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Y'all know I like to jump right into it, but first I must let you know that I have a podcast called Jasmine Gives Bad Advice. It comes out every Thursday on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the platforms. So make sure you go listen and get your 15 minutes a day laugh in, honey. And y'all know I like to shout out Black businesses. And because I'm wearing her nails today, I want to shout out my girl Aquarius Girl Cove on Instagram. I order custom nails from her. I've never met her in my life, honey.
Never.
But she hit me up. She sent me some nails one time, and so she makes custom nails for me. These were actually my baby shower nails, and I'm wearing them again this week. Yeah, I just ordered 2 more pairs, honey, so get into it. First of all, why you going to get your nails done? It's COVID and monkeypox and dookie pox, okay? Second of all,
nasty.
Baby, give your money back to your community. Third of all, get your nails custom and wear them over again. And fourth of all, you can take these off and clean them, baby. Do I have to commit anyway?
Girl, leave it alone.
Let's get into the season 19 episode 5 of The Bachelorette. I watched it today, so it's fresh, okay? Listen, I have so many pages to get into because you know these episodes be long as hell.
Hell.
Okay? But let's get into it.
As hell.
Now we have Team Rachel and Team Gabby.
Finally.
You know what? Let me fix my lighting really quick.
Girl.
Baby, I got to have good lighting. Hold on.
You should have did this beforehand.
Almost dropped my lighting, honey.
Why are we doing this right now?
There we go. That's a little bit better. Anyway, now we have Team Rachel and Team Gabby. Team Rachel and Team Gabby.
Your lighting looks the same.
I wrote down how long and how many times is Logan going to tell us that he likes Gabby more than he likes Rachel, even though he's on Team Rachel?
Every time.
Baby, just go ahead and switch over at this point because I'm getting annoyed at this point, okay? He's looking in the mirror in the bathroom. I know the producers were like, look in the mirror and look very serious. And he's like
you're making a decision.
I'm like, the dramatics on this show really, really be tripping me out. But anyway, he's talking to the guys about how tough this week is. And they're like, yeah, we love, what's her name? We love Rachel so much. I was about to call her Kristen. We love Rachel so much. And he's like,
Kristen.
Yeah, but, you know, it's tough for me because I don't even like Rachel. Anyway, I wrote down that Logan is playing the game, though. He's smart to get the rose that he got last week from Rachel. Because if he didn't get the rose or he didn't accept it, he might have gone home.
Exactly.
But Gabby didn't give a damn, but we're going to get into it, okay? If you can go see Rachel or Gabby whenever you want and show up like Logan did, what's the point of having one-on-ones? What's the point of having group dates? Why can't they all just go to their rooms and make out or get to know each other and have this one-on-one time? Do they do that behind the scenes? These questions that need answers because they're always doing that. They're always like, I need to talk to Rachel. I would say, if I was on here, I would say, I need to talk to Tyrone. And I would go to Tyrone's room and just chit-chat with him and watch Netflix.
And chill.
But anyway.
Ooh.
I wrote down, Logan is your typical guy, though. He doesn't know how to navigate this situation. So he doesn't know when he should have told Rachel, when he should have like cut things off and just said, hey, I want to be on Team Gabby or whatever. And I do understand this is a very confusing process and it's not like any past seasons. So I kind of get it, but I do feel like he should have said something earlier, but maybe there wasn't an opportunity. I don't know. I don't know what to think at this point. I wrote down, why is Rachel crying over Logan? But then she said, like, the rejection is just overwhelming. And I totally understand that. But I'm like, imagine getting rejected by these dudes.
Right.
Ew. Like, I'd be like, baby, I'm the best thing since sliced bread to y'all, or I should be. Why are y'all rejecting me? Y'all are a bunch of lames. Imagine being rejected by a lame, child. Anyway.
We've had bread before.
I wrote down, Rachel has 5 guys now, and she said she should have 7 guys. But Gabby only has 6 guys. So I don't understand how you're supposed to have 7 and she's supposed to have 6. I don't know. I was just confused about that. She came to the conclusion that she was supposed to have 7 guys. I guess it's because 2 guys told her no, but you guys also gave away roses last. I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway.
Clearly.
And I wrote down, after Logan told Rachel that he wasn't on her team anymore, didn't want to be, you know, he tried to compliment her. But I think that when you're trying to break up with somebody or break up with somebody, complimenting them doesn't work. Oh, you're a wonderful person, Jasmine. Oh, you're a beautiful person, Jasmine. Oh, you know, I love you. I will always love you. And okay. Cut it out. Okay, we get it. And I'm glad Rachel told him, baby, just stop right there. I'm gonna stop you right now. Okay, you ain't gotta even do all that, because at this point you're breaking up with me. So
right.
It's fine.
Even though we're not together.
Here comes the host, honey. Here come the host. I said, number one, where he been? And number two, is he a pastor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist? Is he married, divorced, single? Do he have kids? What get him the credentials to sit down and talk to Rachel about her problems?
He was the Bachelor.
He talked about, you're going through a storm right now. And I was ready for him to say, and trouble don't last always. And I want to say, you might be hurting right now, but you're going to make it through the storm. The storm of these men's. I know, something's wrong with me. I know.
Can I get an amen?
Anyway, the guys were just walking around the city aimlessly. The producers wasn't even going to tell them, hey guys, Rachel's trying to figure out if she wants to come on the group date because she just heard some devastating news, so just stay tuned. They just walking around the city. Ain't nobody on the streets. Everybody, it looked like everybody on lockdown in Belgium or wherever they at. I'm like, babe, who gonna tell them? They didn't walk 2 miles already. They sweating, out of breath. Who is gonna tell them that she not coming on this date?
Nobody.
How much B-roll do you guys need? Anyway, let's move on to Logan and Gabby. So after Logan told Rachel he wasn't into her, Logan went to Gabby and told her, you know, how he feels about her. So Gabby said that he was the only person that overlapped between her and Rachel, but that's not true because Mario kissed both of y'all as well. Y'all remember Mario, the trainer that kept doing on the camera, who got eliminated tonight, spoiler alert. Yeah, he kissed both of y'all too, and that was the person who I felt like had the most overlap between y'all in the beginning. But hell, what do I know? I'm just behind it. I'm just watching it on TV. Maybe Logan had a different connection that I didn't see. I didn't really see Logan ever have such a strong connection with Gabby, but maybe I don't remember. Y'all let me know. Anyway, she said that this is her worst nightmare. Her worst nightmare is to like somebody, or, you know, whatever that her friend Rachel also was into. Baby, it must not be your worst nightmare because you didn't care at the end. Logan said, well, I'm your worst nightmare. And she's like, I'm like, is you gonna eliminate Logan or what? Are you going to eliminate Logan or not? Okay, are you or not? Not, spoiler alert. But anyway, I wrote down, it's the 90s hair for me with Logan. I'm like, baby, what's up with the Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Anyway.
A mess.
I wrote down, Rachel doesn't think that Logan is trustworthy. Rachel said, I don't trust him. He waited too long to tell me he wasn't into me, and I want Gabby to send him home. And I wrote down, of course you want Gabby to send him home because he did you dirty, which is really understandable, but it's up to her, okay? Rachel and the Asian guy hit it off this episode. He said, you know, I just want to make you smile forever. I said, okay now. But Rachel don't like him, and he's not gonna make it to the end. And that's because Rachel only likes Tino.
Period.
I don't know why we're going through the Bachelorette, honey. It should be the Bachelorette, Gabby, and Rachel and Tino, because that's all that she likes, and I actually have a problem with it. And I'm gonna tell you why. So when Tino sat down with Rachel, he said that he's hurt. He said in a relationship, you both should be able to express your feelings. This is true, but you guys aren't in a relationship.
Number one.
But anyway, he said, I felt unseen when you canceled the date. He said, I was, you know, in my feelings. Tino, this is not about you.
At all.
Tino, have you ever been the Bachelor? Do you know how stressful this process is? No. That would have turned me off, honestly. That would have really turned me off. But Rachel likes Tino so much that he can do her dirty. So she was like, I see you.
Oh my.
I know you see him. Rachel, you looking at him. Tino is making the fact that you canceled the group date about him, But when you cancel the group date with everyone, not just him, like...
And nobody else did that.
I don't know what he's trying to do, but it came off to me as really selfish, and I didn't like it. Let me know what y'all think. I really want to know what y'all thought about Tino's comments. I'm like, babe, am I not going to be allowed to have my own...
Feelings
in a relationship, or is it going to be always about what you feel as well? Because I do think in a relationship there should be times where your partner gets to express what they feel without you saying how you feel sometimes. You know, if your partner never gets a chance to do that, then you guys have a problem, because you're playing what do they call it, sad Olympics or whatever. It's like, oh, I feel this way, well I feel this way, well I feel this way, well I felt this way, well I felt that way too. It's like, damn, can I just feel a way myself
alone? Anyway,
I wrote down, Meatball looked like he was a cute kid. You know how people be cute, like little child actors when they little, like Macaulay Culkin, then they grow up and then they just be looking like Meatball. I'm like, anyway.
Cold Meatball.
At the end of the day, Tino made it about him and he got the rose because he's being vulnerable and he's opening up. I thought he was being selfish, but I wrote down, Rachel, at least keep us guessing. I don't like the fact that this has become the Rachel and Tino show. Give the other guys a chance. Give somebody else the rose, baby. You just had a great date with maybe Avon, I think. I think he's going to get the one-on-one later. We're going to talk about him. So that hasn't happened yet, I guess. But I'm like, at some point, if I was on Team Rachel, I would get annoyed too. I would be like, she's here for Tino. Like, this is her favorite. So what am I doing here? You know what I mean? I would feel unseen if Tino continues to get the one-on-one, continues to get the rose, continues to get the cool, you know, dates where he's getting to propose and all this. This is the Rachel and Tino show. Anyway, let's move on to Gabby's group date, okay? On Gabby's group date, we heard from Michael. I said, where he been? This is the first time he been on camera. Anyway, y'all know Wakanda is on Gabby's team. And this, on the group date, they went to go play soccer with some kids. And Wakanda was showing off. He was picking kids up while playing soccer. I wrote down, Wakanda, you black. Stop picking up all these white kids for somebody called the police on you.
Right.
Okay, is that American trauma, or do they not do that over there? Somebody let me know if they do that in Belgium. Because if in America, if a white parent see you playing around picking up their kids, honey, they calling the police and you getting arrested.
Or shot.
If you lucky, you getting arrested. Hell.
Exactly.
They have a game in Belgium where they play rock, paper, scissors, and if you lose, they slap you with a fish. Baby, it couldn't be me.
Okay.
I'm not getting slapped with salmon, okay?
Or tuna.
I wrote down, Wakanda really knows how to play this game. He's a great actor. I hope he goes on to be in the next Black Panther film, the one after this sequel, honey, because he is really playing the game. He know what he doing. He playing with fish. The fish is talking and stuff like that. I said, I wonder if this is Wakanda's true personality, or if he's a narcissist that really knows how to play the game. Because, honey, when I tell you, if he was interviewing for a job, he would pass it with flying colors, honey. He knows how to act.
Denzel.
Anyway, Logan got added to Gabby's team, and all the guys were upset. He said, I got added to Gabby's team, and I'm moving in, and the guys were frustrated. Anyway, at the end of the group date, Gabby came in and I wrote down, this green dress she had on was popping, honey. I thought she looked great in it. I thought the color was cute. She looked good in it. I mean, that dress is for girls who, you know, it's like a fabric. It's not even fabric. It's like metal or something. So it's for people who have her body type, but it was cute. Gabby was talking to one of the guys and she was like, I know group settings are really hard. It's hard for me. So it's hard for you. It's hard for everybody. So I know it's hard for the both of us. And I know you're hard. And I see that you're hard.
Girl, what?
And everything's hard. And I just...
When?
I'm like, girl, what is you talking about?
When she said that?
What is you talking about? What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
Anyway, Logan said, I'm very into you. He said, I think you're truly something special. Just like my dreams. Anyway, and Gabby said that she's happy that he did this transition to her team with integrity.
Oh.
So obviously she don't agree with Rachel with the fact that he did Rachel dirty. And I can't wait to see how their relationship is going to evolve after Rachel and Gabby talk next, like the next day. Because if Gabby feels like he moved with integrity, she doesn't have a problem with what he did. But Rachel should feel a way about it. And let's see if they keep it real, keep it authentical. Anyway, at the end of the day, Wakanda got the rose. He said, I was so happy I got the group date rose. I was elated. Playing the game, honey. He know how to play. He know how to play the game. Anyway,
was that baseball? Or?
Avon and Rachel had a one-on-one date. That's who she went on her one-on-one date with this week. And I said, what if they both picked black guys?
They not.
No, that would never. No,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What would happen?
That would never happen.
Okay. Anyway,
let's move on.
I wrote down they were walking down the street and some women put a veil over her head and said, this is how you determine if your partner's a great kisser. I'm like, are we only gonna kiss good on the wedding day? I'm confused. But anyway, I said during COVID you gonna put this? Okay, but anyway, yeah. She said that Avon is so romantic. I said, how is Avon romantic? He didn't plan any of this. Avon literally just walked down the street with you. He did not plan a thing, honey. ABC's romantic. Anyway, Avon said that he moved away from his mother at a young age and he didn't garner a relationship with her until he was an adult. I'm like, oh my goodness. A lot of people have mommy issues on TV. We see it from Married at First Sight to this show. I'm like, wow, okay. But Avon said he does have a great relationship with his mom now. It was just difficult because they didn't live near each other. Totally understandable. Anyway, Avon got the rose and they had some fireworks at the end of their day. I said, dang, during climate change, is it not dry out there? Y'all got lots of rain or what's happening over there? Because you can't do fireworks in the US. It's 100 degrees everywhere. You'll start a fire, honey. Anyway, let's move on to the one-on-one date between Johnny and Gabby. Johnny Bravo and Gabby because he's so cool, according to Gabby. Anyway, Gabby said that he's macho and too cool. I wrote down, that's not good. Those are two things that I consider negatives. He's macho and too cool. Those are not positive ways to describe him. Anyway, I wrote down, Johnny gets his eyebrows done and the shape is off. I don't like the way they're thick in the front and then they get skinny back here. Like that's like hella like off. They're thick here and then they get skinny here. It does nothing for his face. Some people do that to like bring their eye up so their eye's lifted. What's up with this skin right here? Anyway, but his don't look right. He should just stop getting them done. Or at least start over with the shape. Grow them out and redo the shape. Johnny said, I'm usually more laid back and not this type of guy, but Gabby's pulling it out of me. Okay. Gabby said that she had fun on the date with him when they went to the little beer pub. They went to, beer brewery. Brewery is so hard to say. Brewery. Anyway. But she said they've only had surface level conversation. I said, babe, it's day 7 or maybe like week 5. I guess it's week 5. But I'm like, when are you guys going to have deeper conversations? You haven't had time alone. I hate when they say that because like, when are you going to have deep conversations? But anyway, during their dinner date, they got pretty deep. Johnny said, I'm the least confident person ever. He said, I'm so hard on myself. I have low self-esteem. And he admits that he needs therapy and has depression. Let me just say, these are red flags. Gabby said, I can totally relate. Sometimes I get depression and anxiety. Then they made out because depression is so sexy. Listen, I think we all go through rough times in our life. I'm not exempt from it. You know what I mean? However, admitting that you have a problem but not doing anything about it is the problem to me. It's like I suffer from depression, but I go to therapy. Great. That is a sign that you are working on things. Saying that I'm depressed and I should do something about it. I'm the least confident person. I don't believe in myself. I'm hard on myself. I know I should talk to somebody, but shows me that you're not really working towards being a better you. And that's really dangerous. It's dangerous. So, yeah, I would have seen that as red flags and sent him home. But Gabby gave him the rose for being vulnerable, because it's more important than being healthy. No shade, but that's what it's giving. Anyways, at the rose ceremony, Gabby gave Wakanda chocolate, Belgian chocolate, for his daughter. And then she sent Mario and Michael home, the 2 black guys, and she chose Logan. Wakanda said, if Logan come down here, I'm gonna have a problem. I don't really know why, because you said in Rachel's face, you said in Gabby's face that you were gonna support her and she needs to explore all of her connections. But then you seemed irritated, or seemed like you would be irritated if Logan got chosen, and he got chose, baby. When Gabby gave Logan a rose, Rachel was looking like she was not happy about it. That's why I want to see what happens next week. And then Rachel sent Meatball home, which the meatballs were cold, honey. Anyway, I want to know what y'all thought about this episode. We're getting down to the nitty gritty a little bit. Each girl has like 4 or 5 people now. So I'm interested to see what happens. This is when The Bachelor gets really good to me, because it starts to get less corny, but more fake. But yeah, I love to see it, you know. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Listen, if you're still here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, baby, you a hater at this point. What are we doing? Bye.
Bye.